What's up? Welcome into the Chiefs Report. We are live here on the golf course. Tom Downey just driving right through the camera there, playing with some of the guys out here. But some news drops. This is why you subscribe to the channel. Chiefs news, rumors, free agency coverage, draft, whether we're in the studio, at home, or out here on the golf course, we're bringing you the latest Chiefs coverage. Bringing you today's news, which is Richie James, the wide receiver, signing with Kansas City. Now, we don't have contract details as of filming this. I would assume a cheap one-year deal, maybe $2, $3, $4 million for Richie James, but they add him to the fold, and kind of a gadgety little receiver that can do some different things. He had a nice season last year for the Giants with almost 600 yards and 4 touchdowns, was a safety blanket for Daniel Jones, and now he becomes a weapon for Patrick Mahomes. And obviously, we've talked about receivers a lot on this channel this offseason. DeAndre Hopkins, Odell Beckham Jr., draft. Does this signing take the Chiefs out of the mix for some of those players? It's hard to say for sure. I don't think it definitely doesn't take him out of the mix for drafting a receiver early. But does this kind of shy Brett Veach off of going after a Hopkins in a trade? Probably. I would think that they're probably going to focus their attention to the draft now. We'll kind of break down how the wide receiver room sits and where Kansas City could go from here in a second, but give your thoughts on the show. Do you like or dislike the Richie James signing? Type L for like or D for dislike. Let me know in the comments, and let me know why you like or dislike the signing, and I'll be reading those comments as this video goes out. So you look at the wide receiver depth chart now. Obviously, Juju Smith-Schuster signed with the New England Patriots, so he's no longer in the mix. You've got Kadarius Toney, who reportedly earlier this offseason, the Chiefs feel like he could become a number 1 receiver as soon as this year. We'll see if that ends up being the case. McCole Hardman left as well. You've got Sky Moore, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who's been working out with Patrick Mahomes over the past couple of days, and now you add Richie James. So you go those 4, James, MVS, Sky Moore, and Kadarius Toney. No given order. I'd probably have Toney as the number 1 right now, but that's kind of where that sits. Justin Watson is a player that Andy Reid said with an interview on NFL Network a couple of weeks ago that they think they can bring him back, so he's kind of an ideal number 5. Is that it, or do you add someone in the draft? The Chiefs had a draft visit with Quentin Johnston earlier this week, the 6'3", 206-pound wide receiver out of TCU. Is he an option for Kansas City? I would be intrigued by him. Has a unique skill set and a player that Patrick Mahomes really hasn't played with that type of guy before, a guy who can get a lot of yards after the catch despite being a bigger-bodied receiver. Obviously can go down the field vertically as well. So I am fascinated to see where Kansas City goes at the wide receiver position from here. But as far as Richie James goes, coming off the best year of his career, can play some slot, can play some outside, and the Chiefs like guys that can do different things, and that is something that Richie James certainly can provide. Can give you some special teams snaps as well as a returner if you need him to, so maybe he does some of that, which McCole Hardman of course did for his 4 years in KC, so that could be part of this signing as well. But Brett Veach has been articulate with the type of moves he's made, and now he adds Richie James to the fold again, probably on a 1-year deal. I'll see if contract details have come in here. Doesn't look like they have, so I'm going to guess on a 1-year contract. Who should the Chiefs sign next? Do you think they're done at receiver? Name a receiver they should go get in free agency or in the draft, or if you still want to trade for DeAndre Hopkins, maybe he's an option as well. Name a receiver that you think the Chiefs should go out and get next. So let's kind of like just recap what's happened in free agency now for Kansas City, with Richie James being the latest signing here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, Orlando Brown left, and Kansas City replaced him with Jawan Taylor, the offensive tackle from Jacksonville, coming over, gets that 4-year, $80 million contract as a mosquito tries to rip my ear off here. He's going to play left tackle. That kind of leaves that right tackle spot perhaps up for grabs with Lucas Niang, the presumed starter for now, but maybe getting a receiver here leans Kansas City to go offensive line in the first round. There's some guys you could go get to play right tackle if you wanted to. If a Broderick Jones slides, maybe an Anton Harrison out of Oklahoma could be an option. Drawing a blank, but the kid out of Tennessee as well.
Darnell Wright.
Darnell Wright. Thank you, producer Sam. I think he's the best pure right tackle in this class. I don't like him on the left side, but I think as a right tackle could be interesting. I like Lucas Niang, but I do think the Chiefs bringing in competition there in the draft could make a lot of sense. Other moves Kansas City has made, obviously Charles Omenihu on a 2-year, $20 million contract to help rush the passer after they cut Frank Clark, who still remains a free agent, by the way. Curious to see how that plays out. Derek Nottie back in the fold. Colin Saunders out. He ended up signing with the Saints early on in free agency. I think a move that could happen soon as well is Jerick McKinnon. What happens with him? We saw last offseason McKinnon was a player that basically didn't sign until training camp and picked up right where he left off the year before and was even better this year. I would like to bring him back into the mix with Isaiah Pacheco as that lead back. McKinnon, kind of that number 2 scat back type who can protect Mahomes as a blocker, but also be a check down option and a weapon out of the backfield as a receiving threat as well. So, you know, it's interesting to see where Kansas City goes from here. Drew Tranquil is a signing that I certainly was a fan of. Mike Edwards, also the Chiefs restructured Patrick Mahomes to clear some space, but I don't think any more big splashy moves are coming. I don't, unless they trade away a L'Jarius Sneed. There's been some buzz that could happen. He's on the final year of his rookie contract. We know that Kansas City brought in Cam Smith, impending rookie, for a draft visit. Potential guy at 31, could be right in that range to go in the first round. So if they were to draft a corner early, could Kansas City end up trading a L'Jarius Sneed instead of paying him? We saw that they didn't pay Charvarius Ward. Could certainly do the same here. Who do you want the Chiefs to get in the NFL draft with their first round pick? Let us know down in the comments below. Drop a name for us as we get this rolling here. So Richie James in on board here. Toward the end of this video, how much time we got left,
7 minutes.
About a minute left. You want to watch everybody tee off here? A little ended on the golf. Let's go ahead and take it to the tee box here. I'll grab Sam's driver.
Grab me a tee too, please.
Okay, we'll get a tee, and then we'll get this going here. Let me drop this this pencil down. Take you up to the tee box. You know, it's Texas, so not the greenest course out here. As Nick Roloff, one of our producers here, Tom Downey, ready to go here.
Look at the pants by Tom today.
Yeah, unbelievable, right?
Masters week.
No pressure, fellas. Masters week. It's
Nice long into the wind tee shot.
let's pipe one down the fairway here. Here we go. Nick Roloff taking the tee. We'll do a little Jim Nance here, if you will.
Well, first of all, guys, this guy has to get it on his.
Yeah, they're in the way here. Let's see.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually hit the ball like 330 average, so this is why I have to wait. It really sucks coming out to public courses because I'm just too long.
How about I go? I don't think I'll reach. Oh, they're clearing out. I'll go last here. Here we go. Nick Roloff, teed up. I lost that one.
That's bleeding right. That's got to hang on.
Is that dead?
That might be in trouble.
Oh, no.
I don't need to say that. I don't know what they're talking about. That's that center of the fairway.
All right, Tom Downey, ready to go here. Then I'll take the camera. Sam can go, and then I'll finish up, and we'll sign off here. I found this one on the ground, so hopefully it lives. Downey, left side. Is that going to hang left? All right, here we go. Take this tee. Sam, you got any words before the shot?
Grip it and rip it.
Grip and
it's the
rip.
only way I know how to do it.
Here we go. This video might get to 10, fellas. Let's go. Sam?
$5, says he tops it.
Oh, Tom says Sam's going to top it here. No pressure, Sam. Here he goes. Got it teed up. He's more of a low tee guy, so hopefully it doesn't break. That's the only tee I brought up here. No pressure.
Oh, his best drive of the day.
Did he sky it down the middle?
Shot of his day.
That
All right.
way.
Is that tee
Straight down the
alive?
middle. No.
All right, I need one. I may have to take this one.
I'm at a break.
All right.
In 5
Hey,
pieces.
teeing this off. Richie James, you are our chief. Subscribe. We're going to leave it on this tee shot. Here we go. I just realized I don't even have my glove on. My God.
Woo.
I'm just stretching this to 10. The real one's new. All right. Straight down the middle. This is how you do it.
Let's go, Tiger!
4!
Two different vibes.
See ya.